Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to another episode of Hades 1. This is our mirror setup for the day. Today we are going to be taking Athena's keepsake and Zagreus' sword, and we are going to go for our 32 heat to get to our, I think this is 19, or actually no, I think this is 20. We have 5 weapons left to go, so it is 19. Whatever, our 19th aspect weapon. I am not going to take lasting consequences or hard labor this time. We are going to take... damage control is fine. I guess another level of forced overtime. Okay, Kiwi. So we're going to be taking max convenience fee, max jury summons, 3 levels of extreme measures, maxing out benefits package, middle management, underworld customs, forced overtime, hidden security, 2 levels of damage control, and 2 levels of tight deadline.
That's the worst that could happen.
For 72 heat. Oh my goodness, 32 heat on the Zagreus, the aspect of Zagreus of the sword.
Lady Athena.
Starting with Athena.
Your labors make you stronger, noble cousin, and the blessings I now offer ought to make you stronger still.
All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, that Divine Flourish is very tempting, but getting her dash early wouldn't be a bad idea either. The dash just offers so much survivability, but I think I'm gonna take the special for now. So without the crit chance on the attack, this will be a slower startup than compared to Nemesis, that's for sure. But I have practiced a lot with the sword, and we proved with a run not too long ago that I might be slightly better equipped with it now. I'm not perfect, I am certainly not perfect, and I do need to still depend a lot on Athena's dash just to give me a level of consistency in my playstyle.
Thank the gods.
That's why I'm taking Athena, frankly. Getting Demeter isn't a bad idea, then I can slow enemies down with my attacks, but Demeter doesn't synergize the whole lot later on, so I'm gonna sit on that. Realistically speaking, taking an Erebuscate, I'm probably gonna get hit anyway, so I'm better off just not. This loud is not, I am not on time with this loud. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Well, rough start. Like I said, we're gonna have to, if there were ever a sword that I would have to depend on a cast focus build, it's probably this one, honestly.
Power of Olympus.
But at least we've got a good special going. Let's see, what do we got here? Coin, I'll take the Chaos Gate. It's gonna be a little iffy early on, but might give us something really good later. We want Dash Strike. Honestly, getting a special build going isn't terrible here. It's just it doesn't synergize with Zagreus' passive. Alright, what have you got, Chaos? Damage behind those were words. So I'm still in my it's still like 4:51 a.m. I have not slept well, and I'm following up from the last episode in similar fashion. I don't want to hide chamber previews. I think my early game is very dependent on the gods that I get early, and I don't want to give that up. Not earning coin is also kind of harmful, but giving up my dash range, I'm gonna reroll once here, I think, see what else we can get. More HP or, ooh, okay, you know what? I'll take this. 19% increased boon rarity for 50% damage increase. That's going to be a little scary. It's only for 3 encounters, though, and I can manage that. It's just, oh, of course, unless we get a bunch of louts. Actually, if they only have red HP, I can pop them. My special does a lot of damage. Honestly, going a special build here may not be the worst idea. It's not going to be how I prioritize my build, but I can make it work if it happens. All right, HP. Oh, perfect, a hammer. A hammer should help us a lot, and I think it'll kind of solidify how we're planning on building at this point. You know what? Honestly, the attack speed on this is pretty incredible. It might not be the worst idea to just play the attack straight. I still think it's suboptimal compared to the damage, the DPS potential on the dash strike is too darn good to I have more options. The reason why the dash strike is just so good is a combination of positioning and DPS potential, because it throws off the enemy AI. It sets you up for backstabs too. Supernova, your special hits a wider area and deals 20% more damage. Shadow Slash does not work with the dash strike, unfortunately. I had that confirmed with the speedrunning at Reddit. So as much as this would be amazing with like double edge, it just doesn't work. I'm going to take Supernova, honestly. Getting a special build here seems like the way to go. Having Athena on the special does mean that we don't really have any clear synergies. Like, Merciful End is the obvious contender, but it does not actually... it won't really work that great for us, because if that were the case, we probably would have wanted the Ares boon on our special. Nonetheless, I'm feeling probably Artemis Zeus, honestly, if I'm considering all my options right now. Not a bad idea to take Demeter, though, because she can give us a lot of
Has expired.
survivability. Another Light of Ixion versus Aphrodite. Aphrodite duos with... I don't actually remember what your duo is. Hold on. What do you guys give together? Okay, it is Parting Shot. That's what I thought. I was thinking about doing a Lightning Phalanx build too, so I could make that work. Aphrodite on the attack isn't the worst idea. She has very good base damage. And a Light of Ixion to double dip into Chaos Boons could set us up really well for later game. I can't afford anything from the shop anyway. I'm gonna take the Aphrodite mini boss. Let's do it. Skeletons? Yep, skeletons.
You and me.
If I can reflect their projectiles, I would love to. I'm gonna drop Sisyphus here since they're kind of clustered together. Only hit one of them, I think, unfortunately. At the very least, these are enemies that I can reflect projectiles off of, so it should offer me at least some extra damage against them. That's 1, that's 2, this should be 3, and 4, coming up soon. Just remembering to keep Boiling Blood on all of them, and my DPS potential is fairly good.
I'm always here, or close enough, to help you through whatever troubles you may face, my little goodling. So do not hesitate to call upon me,
Alright, Aphrodite, good attack boon. Not even close. Alright, I need Athena's dash. I don't want to give up Athena's dash. Wave of Despair. I'm gonna roll for a better attack
How about
boon.
a different set of choices?
Alright, not bad. 74% damage modifier on the attack sounds pretty good. Then we have Darkness. We're gonna take the Chaos, which technically is Darkness in its own right, especially if Nyx happens to be hanging out here. Which she does not. Ooh, a fish. Boon rarity, dash strike, or cast. I mean, we have an answer to the Inferno Bombs, and 56% more dash strike damage is incredible for the sword. We're taking that very gladly. The boon rarity looked really tempting, but I don't really even know how I'm building on this run, so I'll take what I got. And honestly, putting Aphrodite on the attack, comboing with Athena's dash, will give us a fairly high safety profile, all things considered.
Another Progelli.
Alright. I like that Chaos finds fishing amusing. Chaos's commentary is just inherently, oh my goodness, oh gosh, enemy spawners like this are kind of scary with this many Inferno Bombs. Oh my goodness. It's fine. Thankfully we have Athena's special. We have a fairly decent answer to that sort of situation, but ugh, it's definitely a little bit sketchy. Oh goodness, rooms full of spawners are just a little terrifying. I need to dash out or use my special immediately upon killing enemies, or I'm just gonna get melted by the Inferno Bombs. I felt confident about it, dealing with how I could deal with Inferno Bombs. I didn't account for the fact that the game was just gonna be like, alright, you've had all these really tanky enemies that don't die in one hit. Now have rooms filled with all of the enemies, and good luck, you're gonna need it.
Good enough to eat.
Alright, 40%, I mean, more damage on the special isn't a bad idea here, but I think I am still very heavily depending on the attack. Sisyphus will take that free encounter, or I guess it's not an encounter, but we'll take the free chamber.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hope everything's been well enough of late.
Alright, HP isn't a wrong choice here. He'll heal me up a fair bit, but I'm gonna just take the opals. Means I can afford a boon in the end shop now. And we need a boon to purge anyway, so we'll probably buy whatever god shows up in the shop.
Cheers, Boldy. Thank you for brightening my day or night.
I would love it if it was either Artemis or Zeus, preferably Zeus. But I'll take what I get. Alright, here's the end shop. So we'll have to deal with one Tartarus chamber with Inferno Bombs, but Meg with Inferno Bombs, I don't mind. What have you got?
You're such a sweetheart.
Oh, Parting Shot already. I mean, it's not really that good for a build that doesn't have a cast yet, but I'll take it because we could sell that for a lot of money. That's probably the best reason to take it, honestly. I could sell it in the Pool of Purging for like 430 coin. Sets us up at minimum for a Death Defiance.
Keep you waiting, ladies.
Hi, I'm Zagreus, yes. Hi, Kazuma des. Waiting for her to use her attacks before I risk getting hit here. I know I can reflect projectiles. I'm gonna drop Boldy here. This is definitely early for Boldy, but I need the HP. Do need to be a little bit careful about positioning right now, just because these things that have dropped from Boldy can block my slashes if she stands behind them. Took a lot of unnecessary damage there. I might just have to play a little safer here. Wait for her to do her animations before I do mine, in other words. Oh gosh, Electos Disc. Oh my goodness, I got caught by so much of that. We need to bail out here. Oh my goodness. How did I not get hit there? I'm probably gonna lose a Death Defiance, unfortunately. Oh well, at least I don't have to play safe anymore, right? This is why I needed Athena's dash. I think more than anything, I needed to not get clipped by that Electo Disc, rather. I got hit. I took a lot of damage from that. And because it has some amount of hit stun, I couldn't, like, move out of it. So I got hit for, like, a solid 40 damage about there. Unfortunate, salvageable, but a little frustrating. We have Athena in the build. She'll give us a Death Defiance eventually, presumably.
Those wretches of Tartarus cannot be relied upon.
Let's keep going.
Alright, so we only have 2 gods right now. Do I take Artemis or do I take Zeus? I mean, crit chance just sounds good. We'll go for Artemis here. I'm feeling less into it the more I think about it, but whatever. Selling Parting Shot.
Won't be needing that.
That will be excellent for getting a Death Defiance back. Hopefully we have Patroclus show up this run. We haven't seen him in at least a run. Didn't show up last run, but I managed to not need him. Hopefully that'll be the case here as well, but I'm a little bit more iffy. Alright. Getting our first Hermes boon. I'm always a little sad to see Hermes as the first room in Asphodel. Like, I like getting Hermes, don't get me wrong. The issue is I would love to see Hermes after I've seen Eurydice so I can get my boon rarity up. But honestly, if I had to pick between Eurydice and Patroclus to see on this run, I would much prefer seeing Patroclus because I know I'm going to need my Death Defiances pretty badly. I guess once their red HP is exposed, as long as I can stagger them, it doesn't hurt to just spam my attack. We have a lot of damage on the special. I just seem more likely to make an error if I'm spamming this way. I think part of the reason I'm considering the Zeus build is getting a Lightning Rod going wouldn't be a bad idea. Lightning Rod offers a ton of damage and just a huge safety profile. Being able to outrange most enemies with it, or kite enemies around the lightning rods to do a bunch of damage. This should be our last encounter before we get our next Chaos boon, and that should hopefully give us a lot of dash strike damage, which we certainly could use. Now, if I am going for an Artemis duo, I think I either need to take her call.
Message for you, boss. It says here, choose one of these and go.
You know, now that I think about it, we could set up for Heart Run this way. Well, Hyper Sprint it is. Can't complain about Sturdy since I'm constantly dash striking. I'm gonna go for the HP here. I need a little bit more survivability than I need coin. But getting Hyper Sprint early is not bad at all by any metric. And our Chaos Boon should have popped, right? Yeah, it did. So our dash strike is enhanced by a fair bit now, which I'm very happy to see. Oh, this is a nasty room. This is just an awful setup for me. Really aggressive melee attackers with a lot of ranged enemies, and I got pushed into the lava. Unfortunate. All right, so there's our second Death Defiance. Things are getting a little bit iffy in the realm of Jeff. Like, not just a terrible room because of enemies, but in terms of, like, I don't have any room to move, and we've got the enemies that spawn lava plumes. Awful, awful chamber, honestly. All right, there we go, cleared.
All clear.
And a little bit of HP to keep me alive. Did I actually get HP up there? I don't... Did the HP just bug? I thought I had 160, so I don't think the HP triggered. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'll have to watch the footage because I think I may have... I'm probably wrong. I hope I'm wrong. It's gonna be a little unfortunate if that's the case, though. Trying to toss out my casts when I can so I can get the boiling blood damage on these enemies. Unfortunately, Hades has several bugs. Some are great, some really help you, like everything on Beowulf, pretty much. But there are some bugs that, if they do exist, they are, I mean, of course, it's a quote-unquote balance of good bugs and bad bugs. I swear I am trying my hardest not to lose this run, Kiwi.
He's back.
Oh, a second Hermes. I didn't even realize. All right, we reroll at least once for Rush Delivery, right?
Let's see what else.
No such luck. Honestly, I'm using my second reroll. I saw Greatest Reflex and I read that as Rush Delivery for some reason. Oh well. Greatest Reflex at least gives us an extra dash, so we have some decent survivability. Mini boss for Artemis though. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna start running into tight deadline issues, but I could use the damage, or at least a boon to sell. Oh, of course we get Mega Gorgon, so I'm probably gonna lose another Death Defiance here.
Mega Gorgon.
We could really use Athena's dash, you know, the thing that I said I really wanted to take, and then never saw again, in typical fashion.
Hey, Baldy.
Ah, shoot.
Here goes.
Well, that went about as poorly as it could have. Oh no. Oh, this is going terribly. Oh my god, Kiwi. It is a rough run. Oh well. I claim to be better at the sword, that doesn't mean I'm perfect at it. And it is the Zagreus aspect, which is just objectively terrible compared to the other swords. Alright, there's our final Death Defiance. We better hope Patroclus shows up, because I'm going to need someone to carry me on this run. Clearly can't count on myself. The gods have not been kind for the RNG I need. Frankly, the gods have barely shown up at all. I definitely got hit there, darn it. I'm so bad at them for some reason.
It's me. I'm here to join the hunt with you again.
Alright,
Let's show
Artemis.
them what we can do.
Give me something good, please. Alright, we got her aid, which is the boon I probably have to take. Let me double check, but my thought process is I want Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod, Artemis's aid works. I don't think I want to take her cast, because I wanted Athena's cast. Artemis's aid can just melt someone, so I'll take it.
On the prowl.
Overall, it's kind of lackluster. Okay, we've got Eurydice. Boon rarity up. I could see that working for us if we get Zeus or another Artemis boon, I guess.
Look, Orphe, we've got an audience, so sing your heart out.
Honestly, wouldn't be the worst thing to you get Ambrosia Delight and have it hit Greatest Reflex or Hyper Sprint. It's not the end of the. I mean, Hyper Sprint's kind of lackluster, I suppose, for getting hit. Any of the other boons are kind of core damage. I don't have a lot to sell, honestly. I'm gonna need at least one more boon. All right, I'm gonna take Ambrosia Delight because I don't see Refreshing Nectar carrying the run here. And it hits Heartbreak Strike and Call. Okay, decent. Hit some very good damage options, so I'm not gonna complain about that. The damage up will hopefully help a lot. Oh, good. Damage control spamming enemy is my favorite. Thankfully, I do have a lot of multi-hits, so it's not the end of the world. I foresee Elysium being really rough, especially if we do not get Patroclus. I think the run is just shot, honestly. We will see. Hopefully I get at least a good hammer. Unlikely to see double edge, realistically speaking, so I need to plan accordingly. Like, I should not expect it to depend on a hammer, but if I could, it would be very much appreciated a game to give me something to work with this run. Like, even, honestly, at this point, I would just be happy with getting another Athena boon so I can maybe get her dash finally. Her dash just adds so much survivability. It honestly is to the point where I genuinely consider, like, if with how this run went, if I could go back in time and choose a different setup, I honestly probably would have taken her dash, even though like the special was so tantalizing in that first chamber, like the very first boon of the run, because it's the only boon we've seen from Athena since, you know? All right, we're looking really sketchy. Deadly Reversal. After you deflect, briefly gain 20% damage and chance to crit. Or rather, gain 20% chance to crit. That's pretty nice. We do have a reasonable means of getting Heart Run going then. I'm going to take this shop here. Probably going to drop Sisyphus as soon as Lernie starts because I need some HP. Let's see. Ares. I mean, it's not too late to pivot into a Hunting Blades build, is it? I don't think it's worth it, but I can make an argument for him. I need a boon to sell. I think I have to take Ares, and I didn't get any HP from Charon either. It does feel a little bit like the run is conspiring against me at this point. All right, Ares, give me something good here. Or don't, you know, it's fine. Slicing Shot. Okay, I guess we're gonna build towards Hunting Blades, I suppose. I won't complain too much about that at this point in the run, but it's a little disappointing to say that I might need to depend on it.
I know you missed me, Lenny, and I missed you too.
All right. Drop a cast, drop a boulder.
Ahoy!
Bail out until I know I can safely grab the HP. Bail back in. All right, we've got a lot of HP now. Doesn't mean I won't lose it all, because Lerny does like 19 damage a hit, I want to say. And so that means we're still very prone to dying. Especially if I sit in lava. Should probably not do that. Giving up Boiling Blood probably wasn't the best decision, but we'll make it work. Oh, I need to kill these before they spawn, darn it. Alright. Taking a few too many hits for my liking. Need to remember I have Greatest Reflex now, so I do have one extra dash. Playing it sort of safe, but I kind of need to, given the nature of this run at this point. Love to see any sort of crits, because I've definitely reflected projectiles. Alright, thanks, game. Happy to see those crits. Oh, goodness. How did I not get hit by any of that? My goodness, Kiwi, I am holding on to this run desperately. Knowing how things tend to play out, I'm not going to see Patroclus, which is going to hurt. Alright, looks like... I shouldn't say anything. I'm not going to jinx myself just yet. Oh no, don't sit in the lava. Come on, Jeff. You can do this. There we go. Alright, I was super focused there, but... Alright, definitely getting a little sweaty for this run, but I believe in myself, and Boldy believes in me. Alright. 20 HP going into Elysium. Thankfully, we have a fountain.
Go on and try.
Honestly, I think I take Lucky Tooth here. Unless... Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, we're gonna take Lucky Tooth here. I think I'm gonna need it. Oh boy. I mean, what do I sell? I probably sell Slicing Shot. I don't want to sell Slicing Shot. But realistically speaking, it's kind of a damage down unless we get Hunting Blades. And I can't guarantee that we will see that. Alternatively, I sell Hyper Sprint, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I think I have to part ways with Slicing Shot here. Alright, do I take the HP? I have one Death Defiance. I want to be able to afford at least one boon from the shop. I don't know, man. I'm going to play safe. I don't want to throw the run. Elysium's going to be tough with my current build. I do not have a lot going for me in this build. So a little bit of extra survivability goes a long way. Heroes are going to be rough. Especially if we don't get a Patty.
Everything's so green.
Alright, there's Athena. Maybe we can finally get her dash. If I get Athena's dash, I'm going to feel a lot better about myself. You know what doesn't make me feel good? These guys. But we're going to use our safety strat. Just go back and forth, let them crash into walls while they try to get to you. This is surprisingly effective for dealing with their kind of pathetic AI. Excuse you. Do you mind? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh no. The sounds of a panicked Jeff are very novel. Where else can you hear such dulcet tones? Alright, Athena, dash please? Dash please? Parting shot? No, give me your dash! No! No! Give me your dash, please! Alright, we'll take parting shot and sell it again, I guess.
2 for 1.
She's so spiteful. I swear, I don't think there's a single god who is more spiteful in this in like my canon of this gameplay than Athena. Okay, I dashed through that wall. I call bull hockey. That was game, please. Please throw me a bone. I hate shielders. I hate shielders. All right, try and not take too much damage from this guy, but I will definitely take some damage from this guy. Okay, cool. There's gonna be a room full. This room's gonna have more of those, so come on. Yep. Oh, bows. Okay, I can deal with bows.
Suffer.
Oh, goodness.
That was regenerating.
All right, we're gonna let the flame wheels play out before I risk getting hit any further. Of course, that bowman hit me. It's hard to dodge both the projectiles of the bow and the flame wheels at the same time. Objectively speaking, I take more damage from the flame wheels though, especially if I get clipped by more than one, which is very easy to do, unfortunately. All right, there we go. Hammer. Reaching slash isn't bad. 300% more damage to armor with my attack will help a lot, so I can't complain about that. Unfortunately, cannot afford the Death Defiance. We're really going to be counting on Patroclus to show up and save us on this run because Athena has abandoned us. I'll take the HP. I need survivability. I think I can I'm reasonably confident I can kill Hades. It's going to be rough. It's going to be so unbelievably rough. I think I'm just going to do this, play it safe, and deflect projectiles for these splitters. Oh good, damage control spammers. Thankfully, we can reflect their projectiles. That's all I can ask right now. And I need to be extra mindful of traps, because those are gonna, in typical fashion, be the things that end the run way earlier than expected. Alright, let's see. Ares or the shop. Honestly, I need the boon to sell, but a mini-boss. If this is Asterius, I'm gonna have a really bad time. I can afford a boon from the shop. I'm gonna avoid the mini-boss, honestly. Aphrodite. Not the happiest encounter. We'll take double Aphrodite though. We'll double dip.
Spend it all in one place.
Empty inside, broken resolve, crush shot. I guess I'll take broken resolve. I'm reliably weakening foes, so getting them to do even less damage to me is kind of better than extending the duration. Of course, it's Asterius. I should have taken that Ares boon after all.
Told the king I tried to stop you on the way. He thought I'd have no trouble. We'll see.
I appreciate how confident Theseus is in his best friend. I feel bad for disappointing him. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna bail out and toss out my cast because there's not much else I can do about this. I just have to play it safe. I can probably sneak in some dash attacks here, but oh come on, Asterius. That's just lame. Asterius is intentionally just countering my play, the way I play. Thankfully, at least we're constantly applying weak to enemies, so we're reducing the damage that we're taking fairly substantially. Plus with Sturdy, like we have a lot of damage reduction actually. If I could get Athena's dash, I'd feel fairly safe, all things considered. Come on. Okay, I foresee the heroes are going to be really rough. I do not have DPS. Honestly, Heartrend would not be a bad pull. I'm sitting on Athena's call because I want to at least save it for a second phase. He is spamming this one, I feel. I guess this is as good a time as any to use Athena's call. Or, who am I calling? Artemis, oh my goodness. Names are hard, Kiwi. Maybe I should try and deflect a projectile and then use Artemis's call to increase the crit chance. That seems like a reasonable idea. Whether I can pull it off reliably is another thing to be said entirely. I think we got him. There we go.
Enough.
Well, I don't have damage, but that wasn't a terrible Asterius fight, all things considered. I'm getting a lot better at the sword, I have to say. Unhealthy fixation? What? I mean, okay. That could help us. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. Oh my goodness, we got Patroclus. Thank goodness. Okay, the run is alive, Kiwi. Look, I acknowledge that I played poorly and I lost a lot of Death Defiances that I probably didn't need to. But I held on to this run with sheer force of will.
Battle with glory and all that, all right, stranger?
That said, I should not consider this one until we see the end slate. Just like I can't consider it lost, I can't consider it won. Alright. This is our best possible chance to get Athena's dash. We only have so many boons that she can offer us instead, especially with duos off the table. I probably take Aphrodite first for safety.
It's no use.
And let's see, empty inside. I mean, I'd rather not take any of these, but Aphrodite doesn't really offer much in the way of anything. Life Affirmation is probably her best boon for me at this point, but I will take empty inside, I suppose, or I could take Crush Shot with the hope of selling it later and leaving that slot open, or closing that slot off so I have a better chance of getting the boon I want from Athena.
I'm disappointed you would spurn me like this, cousin. Know that I retaliate not out of spite, but by necessity.
All right, Athena, what are you giving us?
Sorry.
All right, splitters? I can deal with splitters. Actually, splitters that can fall in love with me even better. I love being loved, preferably by the ones that I want to be loved by. I feel like unwanted love can be uncomfortable for those who receive it. Being a guy, I probably don't see that. I probably am not on the receiving end of that nearly as much as some women that I know. So I count my blessings on that front.
Ahoy, Prince!
If I don't have to lose a Death Defiance, I'd rather not, so I'm going to waste a Boldy here. I guess it's not wasted if it keeps me alive, though. Okay, that wasn't really a bad trial at all.
All is forgiven, Zagreus, and I take no offense. Exacting vengeance is just something we Olympians all do from time to time.
Yeah, so it is. Finally, at long last, Athena's dash. The run just got a lot better. Still lacking DPS, but my survivability just increased like threefold. Alright, I don't know why I'm checking over here. Oh, there's coin. I need to be mindful of tight deadline. With our DPS potential, the hero's fight is going to be very long. I don't want to waste any time that I don't have to. Alright, I might have to hug some walls if I want to make this happen. Thankfully, they are armorless, so I can, in theory, hopefully wipe them out before they cause an issue. Darn it, that one respawned before I could get it. Alright. There are so many projectiles just coming from everywhere, and I can't easily predict when they're going to happen. I do have my dash now that I realize. I kind of forgot that I have my Athena dash. Oh gosh, they're all regenerating at the same time, and I'm still taking fire. They also really like to seem to sit next to these spear statues, which does not help. There we go. Okay, we should be good now. Unless we have another wave of them, which I would very much lament the idea of, but I expect it. Yep. Not a surprise. Just a disappointment. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of chariots. Oh, this is not nice, guys. Not nice at all.
Not yet.
If I had an Athena call, I'd be popping it out right now. I'm glad I got all of those attacks off on the chariots and not a single one fell in love with me through all of that. Wow. My goodness, Kiwi, this chamber is so rough. Why do we have this many enemies showing up? There's something kind of fancy about. I'm only charming the Revenants. It's really frustrating. I think I've only gotten charms on the Revenants, honestly. Oh man, we need some free chambers for time, or we're not gonna make this. All right, we take the shop. I think this is actually the end shop, so maybe we're doing better on time than I realized. Oh well, that was a waste. Should have taken that free Ares boon, because now I have to sell something, and I could have used the boon. Oh well, let's take the palm here.
Should come in useful.
I guess it'll go on the special. Not ideal. Maybe I should have just bought the HP. Oh well. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to beat the heroes. I can do that, right?
Other guy.
I see my brethren failed to thwart your advance. Well, you shall go no further.
Hopefully we get some good chances from Theseus to reflect projectiles, because I you know what? I technically reflect his projectiles here. I can't actually reflect the damage, unfortunately, but I do reflect the actual projectile, so it counts for crit chance. Good to know. The reason I know that is, see how I have like a green glow around me? That's how I know I have the crit enhancement. Oh, we made Asterius fall in love with us. It lasted too short of a time to really matter. I think, honestly, I'm just going to go for killing Theseus here. I figure if I get Theseus down first, I can start melting him with Asterius close by. I am honestly Our build is really weird, but it's kind of surprisingly working. Like, these are not the... This is not the prototypical build for the sword that I would take. Yeah, I'm still sticking to Theseus here. I figure the fun part is if I do trigger Aphrodite's legendary, I can make them hit each other, but they're not going to really be able to do that if they're not close by. Asterius plays now. I probably shouldn't have wasted Artemis's call like that. We should be almost done with Theseus's HP, I imagine. No, actually, he's fairly bulked up still.
You shall have what you came to see.
Theseus, stop running away. I just want to hit you. I promise it'll be fun. Oh, hello. Athena's dash is so damn good, man. So good.
Another priceless chariot.
All right, now that I've got these two together,
Poseidon, I invoke your might.
just try and get as much damage as I can. I think we convinced Poseidon to help us there. Oh gosh, time. Alright, I'm gonna play a little unsafe. Losing a Death Defiance here isn't the end of the world. I just need to kill these guys as quick as possible.
I shall not lose to you again.
Alright, 30 seconds on the clock, not looking great for us. Trying to get Theseus popped first if I can. I'm probably gonna lose another Death Defiance here if I'm not careful. Alright, there's Theseus. And Asterius soon to follow.
You and me.
Just a little bit more. Time's up. Come on, got him. Okay, whew. Yeah, like I said, we do not have DPS. We have survivability at best.
Please hold your applause.
And survivability is only so good when you have damage that hits you through your defenses. Alright, let's see. Take the HP.
Seems I had best prepare myself at this rate.
Acorn's probably our best deal for damage at this point. I do not have a lot in the way of DPS, which is gonna hurt us.
Any boons worth giving up?
Empty Inside, very easy to part with, honestly. We really need good Styx RNG. If we get screwed over by Styx RNG here, we're gonna lose the tight deadline before anything else. We've got 7 minutes on the clock, and that's all we've got. I mean, at this point, is there anything that could really up my damage? Honestly, Heartrend is probably my best chance at a DPS up. I don't actually know. Can we get Heartrend with our current boons? We cannot. We'll need Athena's call, or cast rather, if we want to go that route. Let's see what we got here. Ares. I guess there's a chance for Hunting Blades. Hunting Blades would definitely increase our DPS. I'm gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna go for Ares here. I'm not taking Hunting Blades because I need it to beat the sword, or prove that I have mechanical mastery of the sword. I am simply in a situation where I need DPS, and I do not have it because of how the RNG of this run has gone. Plus the nature of 32 Heat, where I'm constantly not able to afford boons from the shop and have to purge the ones that I do get. So, here's hoping, Kiwi. I have held on to this run for so long. Are we going to lose for not the silliest reason, but the saddest reason? Not even strictly speaking avoidable reason, just... there were definitely fights I could have fought faster, but at the cost of probably taking hits, which I didn't want to do. Oh well. Look, I think the most important thing that I have to recognize no matter what is the fact that I am getting so much farther than I ever used to with the sword. But eesh, we are not having fast Styx chambers, so yeah, if we do not get a good Styx RNG, we're gonna be really SOL, I think, unfortunately. I hate these sort of rooms for the sword in particular. They're so rough.
No way.
Tiny chambers with rodents that make AoE can't stand here zones. Awful. Alright, on the bright side, if we get enemies that make it easy to crit or deflect, we can DPS them very quickly. Honestly, what might have been optimal is, I'm just gonna have to take the poison damage, honestly. How have I not gotten hit by any of that? I don't care, just take the damage, just take the damage or kill it. Whoa, really? Of course that rat spawned in at the last second there. Oh my goodness, Kiwi, my DPS is terrible. We really need Heartrend to even have a chance here.
Hello,
Or
Lord
hunting
Ares.
blades. Hunting blades.
What do you say we bring the dead some pain, for old time's sake?
Hunting blades will help a lot. Alright, epic tier slicing shot. Take it.
No use.
I could make an argument for Blood Frenzy. That's a fair bit of DPS increase. Probably buy that Athena boon now.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Got a Death Defiance. That will help us. At least I can play a little bit more brainlessly. If we do not get the 2 chamber sticks, we're just screwed. But I need to take this Artemis boon to go hope for hunting
Try this
blades.
way.
Alright, Kiwi, place your bets. Do I lose a Death Defiance? Yes, the answer is yes. Any second now, inevitably. Ooh, actually, you know what?
That's unfortunate.
Do I sell Aphrodite's... Let's see, that high tier Athena boon is 810 coin. There's no way I'm affording that with what I have, so we'll keep the legendary. I was thinking about selling it just for the sake of being able to afford something potentially a little bit better. Need to remember to be dropping out these hunting blades. Yeah, the lasers on the snake stones just come out so fast. Do not need these rodent chambers. They take so much extra time, but I guess they're preferable to the giant rodents, so I don't know. I'm in a situation where everything is kind of rough. There are just things that are objectively rougher.
Not now.
Most importantly is I need to toss out hunting blades as soon as they're up. That will help my DPS potential a fair bit. Alright, come on, please, 2 chamber 6, please. Oh, thank goodness, RNG. Thank you for pitying me once. Unfortunately, hunting blades did not pity us, so pros and cons. We'll take pressure points, I guess? Or hunters? No, we'll take pressure points.
A whole entire sack of something.
Alright, we've got 4.5 minutes to DPS Hades to heck and back. I can't afford anything in the shop. I definitely don't take extra chambers. We've got 2 Death Defiances.
Violent countenance of Cerberus agrees the Satyr sack must be destroyed.
And full HP. Honestly, all things considered, I was able to beat the heroes in just over 2.5 minutes, probably about 3 minutes. I think I can do the same for Hades. But I'm going to take a lot of damage in the process. I think I took Acorn so I can at least play Super Monkey early on. And with Athena's dash, I should block a bunch of hits so I don't consume Acorn charges. And this isn't Extreme Measures 4. So I think the odds are reasonable.
I thought you might arrive right about now. Then let us have our fight.
Okay, we've got some decent boons, but really nothing that really makes our build stand out. Oh, really? You're just gonna run away like that? Lame. Just lame, Hades. Alright, I need to focus DPS. Oh goodness, I have lost all my Acorn charges immediately. There we go, Acorns popped. Wow, I played that terribly. Alright, just keep going back and forth like this.
Prepare.
On the bright side, I do have Unhealthy Fixation to kind of mess with AI. Kind of clip Hades out of his mechanics. I honestly think the optimal strategy here is to just DPS. Ignore my HP, accept that I have some good defensive options, count on Artemis's Greater Call for killing him really quickly all of a sudden. I need to be careful with Boiling Blood, though, if I get hit with that. Ah, shoot. Alright, we got Greater Call. I think, honestly, let's just pop it.
Boy, you're the one who's being hunted here.
Oh, that's cute. He has custom dialogue. I wonder if he has custom dialogue for all the Greater Calls. I'll have to test that out at some point.
Deathless wretches, I compel you to fight.
Hades may compel them to fight, but I compel them to fight for me. Alright, we're almost through phase 1 with a minute and a half down. Yeah, I think the optimal strategy here is just forget trying to play safe and just focus on DPSing as much as possible. You should keep in mind, I do have Greatest Reflex. If I can get him through phase 1, I feel fairly confident going into phase 2. The only downside is pots will destroy me if I get hit by any of them. Honestly, I feel like since we didn't get Hunting Blades, it would have been preferable Okay, I did not... I wanted to end that phase, which is why I used the call there.
Let's see you deal with this. You'll burn.
Managed to get those casts off right before he popped his lasers, but unfortunately I didn't actually hit him there. Alright, we're down 1 Death Defiance. Greater Call will do a ton of damage if we get any hits on him with it. Him standing in this corner is great for us as long as I don't get clipped by Boiling Blood, which I don't seem to be doing.
Nowhere to hide from me.
I wasted Greater Call so badly. That was such a misplay on my part. I need to stay in this corner. He can't really summon pots easily here. He's going for lasers. I think that would have hit me. It kind of looked like it would have. Okay, he can summon pots here, so I need to pop that pot as soon as possible, then get him back in this corner. Because he can only I think he can only spawn 1 pot there, which, if that's the case, great for us. Okay, we're on to our last Death Defiance. If I can hold on to Artemis's Greater Call, that would be great. I don't have any boldies left. No, I don't. Okay. I'm taking a lot of hits here, but it's going to be close. Lasers. Just bail out. Be ready for that to pop. Dodge over it. Maybe I just kite him through Hunting Blades, or through Slicing Shot, honestly. This is some chance to do some free damage here. I'm gonna try and pop that pot. Oh gosh. This is super sketchy. We're not over yet. 1 pot and we are, but... Oh no, that pot's in a really bad spot for us. No. Lasers. Bail out. Come on. Oh my goodness, we did it, Kiwi. We did it. Oh.
I must admit, you learned something at some point in all this.
The only thing I'm going to say here is I have gotten so much better at the sword. A 32 heat clear on the sword, and a legitimate 32 heat clear on the sword, specifically one that isn't just build cast, was never an option in the past. I still think the sword is by far my worst weapon, but I'm genuinely having fun playing it now, and I think that's probably the most important thing. I used to lament every time the Dark Thirst landed on the sword. This feels good. This feels really good to have like practiced something that I was unsatisfied with, found muscle memory in a flow state to play it well, and then accomplishing things like this. Like 32 heat is such an achievement for so many players, and I can now feel like I can do it legitimately. Well, there's no such thing as an illegitimate 32 heat run unless you're like using cheat codes or whatever. That I'd argue is maybe a little, even then, I mean, the point is if you're going to enjoy the game and get that clear, do it however you enjoy the game. The point is you enjoy the game. I'm not one of those people who says, okay, you took the easy way out. For me, my enjoyment of the game comes from the challenge, so I don't want to play the easy mode unless I really want a casual run.
Such strength, boy.
And if that's the case, I'll play Hestia or Rama, which are just my easy modes anyway, or the shield. But my goodness, we did it. I held on. This run had so many chances to just end. And really, we did not have a lot going for us this run. There was not a lot given to us that really made the run feel amazing. But I guess, honestly, Unhealthy Fixation definitely helped a little bit. Made it so, I mean, it's a 15% chance to make enemies not want to attack us for a bit. Helped us through the heroes, helped us through Hades, so I'm not going to complain. And Deadly Reversal was a pretty solid pickup too. I'm not going to complain about that. Beyond that, though, I mean, what else was there? Athena, I suppose. Heartbreak Strike, Divine Flourish. Like, we didn't have anything that really carried us, so honestly, there we go. Companion Shady and Heart of Stone to round out the run. This is basically what our build was. I mean, yeah, we had some pretty solid options, and I definitely cut it a little bit close. I wasted that Greater Call. That Greater Call would have like melted his second half of his second phase. No, regardless though, that's it. We have beaten every sword aspect on 32 heat. We've got 4 weapons to go. I can do math. 5/6 of the way there. Yeah, 5/6 of the way there. What is that, 80%? Please don't check my math on any of this, Kiwi. I am on like 4 hours of sleep, and I'm coping with stress by playing Hades. I'm in my weakest form right now.
The master of this realm, Lord Hades, states that death is inescapable. There is considerable credence to his claim.
I am in my most vulnerable and exposed state. But there we go. I am so satisfied with how far I've come on the sword. I will still maintain that Hestia and all of the bows are my best weapons.
Thank you, everyone. You're too kind.
Having a best friend.
But also they're ranged weapons. They kind of like...
Good to see you, son.
They make this game easier by virtue of just having range. Has anyone seen my son? I've been looking all over. Cause of death, heart failure. No.
There's no such thing as lesser gods, lad.
I have not seen your son. I can be your son.
I'm up.
That's funny. Hypnos falls back asleep if you leave him unattended for too long.
This is a welcome sight from all the snow-capped mountaintops.
All right.
The ever-faithful Cerberus remains resting steadfastly in his spot.
So I believe we have 2 shield runs.
You had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
Hestia.
I'm sorry he disturbed you, Cerberus.
And Hera. We have Hera. We have Zeus and Beowulf shields. We have Hera on the bow, and we have Hestia on the rail. Those are the only weapons left, and they're some of my best weapons in the game. So
I must admit, that was a job well done back there.
We've officially beaten the hardest part of this challenge, for me at least. Whew, but that was a sweaty run.
Excellent work.
Someday I'd like to meet more of your children, Nyx. Eris, Nemesis. Thanatos told me of several others. Have they ever visited the house?
No, they are required elsewhere. It is for the best. Some of my children are not on speaking terms with one another, or with me. As a mother, one has her victories and her defeats.
That is very true, looking at my family's relationships.
Well, I think you did great, if you ask me.
Nothing gets dirty around here while I am on the job, Your Highness.
Well, take care.
Alrighty, Kiwi, let's go say goodnight to Skelly and see what our first of our final 4 weapons is going to be. We only have so many to go. And the weapon of choice is the Twin Fist, which means it's dealer's choice. Okay, so why don't we go for the shield?
Just protect me.
I could go for a Beowulf run.
Change form.
And we will go for a Poseidon cast build with Mirage Shot because we gotta let's go off the easiest way to beat Beowulf on high heat, and that is to use its broken mechanics. Kiwi, look forward to that. Let's see, we need... I'm gonna have to try for God's Legacy. There we go. Okay. Honestly, status privilege wouldn't be hard to make happen on this build. All right, Kiwi. So I'll do my outro now. You don't have to watch me set up for the next run. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. In the next one, Aspect of Beowulf 32 Heat with Poseidon's cast. Hopefully, he'll give it to us. With all that said, I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades fun.
That kind of hurt. Sweet release.